It's fantastic to be back at MWC, and I was reflecting, it was just 4 years ago that we introduced HoloLens.
Welcome back, passive income investors alike. Today, we're taking a look at Microsoft, guys, the most underrated tech company I think out there today. Everyone's talking up Apple phone sales, Tesla this, EV that, Honda, anything, guys. But I really want to look at Microsoft because it is one of my larger holdings in my portfolio, and I truly believe that it's probably one of the most underrated stocks. So let's just really quickly do what I call at a glance, guys. We're going to look at some stocks at a glance, and we're just going to quickly review Microsoft, guys, because essentially if you've taken a look at Microsoft, you have had some nice capital gains over the last 5 years. In fact, not only is it the most stable of most of the tech stocks, it's had a nice steady incline. This is a conglomerately large, making up now the largest market cap company in the world, guys, paying out a 1.6% dividend yield. Currently, you can see I have about $8,100 and I'm up about 10% on that, or 862. Looking at their market cap, guys, mentioning it's the largest company in the world. When we take a look at this, in 2018, Apple was ripping it well over $1 trillion. I don't know when was the exact date on this. It doesn't even tell you, but it was well over $1 trillion. And then you had Amazon and all these other companies. Or Microsoft was creeping up and to now have a market cap of, let's see if I can find it here. Where's my Microsoft chart? Microsoft's market cap today, guys. We need to go to the quote. And we're looking at the overview of $861.2 billion. The forward PE on it is a little bit high, guys. I don't think it's listed on here. We got a PE on here somewhere. Here we are. Again, market cap of, but they're whopping 26 PE, which is really odd considering if you look at Apple's forward PE right now, guys, it's at 14.4. So you tell me what one's the most undervalued here. But the volatility in Apple's always been a little wild, whereas with Microsoft, we have this nice, clean flowing rise, which again doesn't dictate the future, guys, but it makes up again a large percentage of my holdings in my stock portfolio here. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to see me break down all of my stock positions. I just did that video the other day, so you can check that out as well if you'd like. The fundamentals in my trading account here, this is Scotia iTrade, by the way. I want to go through their website because I think it'll be a little more interesting, and now that you know I have skin in the game, I am not too biased on this. Obviously, I am for the company, so please do your own research. I don't want to lead you in any wrong directions, but let's take a quick look at their website and why I personally like Microsoft so much, and it has to do with this guy right here. Now, we're not also talking about laptops, but because Microsoft owns the largest section of gaming, essentially, gaming computers, the Xbox itself, they're dominating the gaming world right now. In fact, if we look up how much Microsoft actually makes off gaming, guys, it actually consists of $10 billion in annual revenue. It is a huge portion of their income, guys, considering they only made $30 billion last year. So I think it's $30 billion in 2018. I think part of their, we'll take a look at their balance sheet, but I think most of their revenue was about $8 billion of that. So almost 1/3, it's about 20 or 30%. But you can see they just came out with the Surface, which we all know and have probably heard about, especially if you watch many of like Unbox Therapy or any of those YouTubers, guys. I'm sure you've seen the Surface. I don't know if the window is over far enough for you to see that, but you got all the other stuff going on. Windows 10 has gotten a lot better, a lot less install time, which is also good for the company. But I like their gaming the most, guys. This is why I ended up buying it. But there's one more thing we didn't mention, which was their cloud service. So most people don't know, I think Microsoft dominates currently by revenue the cloud service. So here is the cloud service revenues, guys. I love how easy this is to Google as of April 2018. In 2017, the cloud service outdid Amazon. I'm curious to what the today revenue is for that. I haven't. But let's keep going here, guys. Let's take a look at their forward statements and their earnings release. This is so easy to find on their website. And before I even look at this stuff, I always make sure that the employees are always having an enjoyable time at this workplace. There's this one bad review that comes right up at the top I've read through, but the majority of these are really good ratings. They have an overall rating of 4.2. And they also tell you the individual ratings for work-life balance, pay and benefits, job and security. This really tells me, considering the workers are what makes up the bread and butter of a company, guys, and the ones that are pushing it forward, it's nice to know that the people that work there are at least having a good time. And it's wonderful that there's a ton of reviews on this, 5.5K reviews. That really helps get you to understand the company a little better. But let's just jump right into their books here. Cash and cash equivalents, guys. What are we on here? Are we on their balance sheet? Yes, balance sheet. So we'll just quickly analyze this. Looking at cash and cash equivalents, they've dropped cash, spending it on growth and some other investments, I do believe. But the more importantly, where am I looking for? We want total assets. This is where the things really matter. So we have $258 billion, almost $259 billion in assets, guys, and we have a rough total liability of $166 billion, so just about a 40-60 split, which isn't terrible for a growth company like this, guys. We're talking about a company that's annually doing $8 to $10 billion a year in actual income, like net income after taxes and expenses, which is bloody insane if you ask me. But again, this is a super healthy balance sheet if I've ever seen one, guys. There's nothing to set any real red flags off here. They've been investing money very well. Cloud's working very well. Everything in general is panning out for this company, which is obviously why they're probably doing so well. I also like looking at their cash flow statements, guys. So let's just pop their cash flow up in here just to see how they're spending their money and just kind of the increases from 3-month end in 3 months from 6 billion to 8 billion, guys. What a whopping net income in cash. It's just beautiful. Beautiful thing to see, guys. It makes my day when I see that kind of income in cash. But this is, again, if you guys want to go over this, it's super easy to just pop open on their website. Do you guys play games? I'm a huge believer that just like the tobacco stocks I own, gaming is a serious addiction. Not only is it just an addiction, but it's become an e-sport. A lot of you might hesitate and argue that with me, guys, but I am truly under the assumption that a lot of people are merely addicted to playing video games, and it does consume too much of their life. I always had fun playing video games with my friends, but personally at home, if you can't tell, I'm really nerdy. I enjoy stocks, magic, and things that I can use to boost my creativity, my health, and moving forward. I couldn't keep games here because I have a crazy addictive personality, and I would find as soon as I pick a game up, 20-30 minutes would turn into 6 hours and the day would be wasted. So I try not to play games at home, but usually with friends. So let's just take a quick look at it under the fundamentals on my trading account here, because it gives you kind of a different insight. You can see their earnings, $4.32 per share, which is pretty insane. Very healthy income. But the thing I like the most, guys, again, is that return on assets and return on equity is in a very healthy position. Nothing crazy, but for the size of the company and the money they're moving, you can't really worry too much about it. You got 131,000 employees, which, again, try and summon and imagine the amount of employees that is, guys. It's absolutely absurd. So, again, just you can quickly glance over some of the stuff as I leave it open here, guys. But let me know in the comment section below, do you own Microsoft? Are you a fan of it? Why is no one really interested in the fact that it's the largest company in the world right now? I just find it really cool, and I'm really glad that I made it part of my portfolio currently. This crazy amount of volume. This company is just wildly impressive in and of itself, guys. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about this company, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.